Hey, what's up, everyone? This is LaShonda Prim. I'm sorry for the movement, but I always tell y'all that when God speaks, you better do what He say when He tell you to do it, right? Yeah. Well, this one's a little tough, y'all, because He's making me share this because it's personal. It's so personal. Um, well, most of y'all know. If you really know me, y'all know I don't do funerals. I don't do hospitals. I don't like sickly stuff. I don't like wounds. I don't like blood. I like none of that stuff that people that are like in the nursing field would be able to handle or do, or somebody who's a nurturer and takes care of people would do. That's not me. Like sometimes I feel like I'm not as sensitive to people that I should be, you know. But God is working on me and my sensitivity to certain things because over the years I had developed such a outward shell that not too many people can penetrate. Okay, not too many people can penetrate that unless I really, really care about you. And they say the people that are closest to you are the ones that can actually get to you. Yeah. Well, my husband had to have surgery last week, and when he had surgery, I had to be there. I had to sit there and wait, and I had a doctor's appointment, and I just like it just kind of shifted to me being there the entire time. Um, God is so good, you know. Um, I was referred to a neurosurgeon for my head, and glory be to God, like I don't even have to go. I don't have to go. He sent me a voicemail that morning, the morning of my husband's surgery. We were going to be in two different hospitals, but he had to have somebody there. So it was me, his captain, and him. And I was going to drop him off and leave him there with the captain to bring back, right? I was totally fine with that. Please let me let y'all know. I was totally fine with that, okay? He didn't know that I had a phobia of hospitals like that. Like I don't like being around sick people. I don't like the smell of it. It turns my stomach. Like it's just something about it. Like I've never been that chick to be like, oh, I'm going to everybody's funeral. Or, oh, this person's sick. I need to get to the hospital and rush there. Like that just ain't me. It just is something about it that just turns my stomach. Like I feel so uncomfortable. My prayer used to be, God help me that when something happens, I'm able to handle certain things. Um, my prayer used to be that God help me to be able to be in a position where I can handle if something happened to my parents, okay, or my siblings, or my children. Like, I don't know how I would handle it, but I do know that God gave me a word. And last night, I didn't understand why I could hear him speaking to me. I heard him speaking to me, telling me not to do something, not to consume something, and I consumed it anyway, okay? And at that time, I was thinking, okay, I'm just gonna go and relax, go to sleep, lay down, chill while I finish watching the series that I was watching. And it didn't work like that. Uh, he told me not to consume it, and I did anyway. Y'all know when you are not obedient, he doesn't like that. He does not like that. Y'all, I came upstairs and I laid down and I was like, man, maybe I should have um brought me some chocolate upstairs or something because I was having a craving. And that wasn't it. So I ate this piece of protein bar that I had. And when I ate the protein bar, I got so sick to my stomach. Literally. Um, I ended up, my husband was already asleep on the side of me. He was in the bed. And because he's highly medicated, he was knocked out cold, okay? Well, I got so sick, like I went to the bathroom. I went to the bathroom and I just kind of sat there because I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, let me put the garbage can in front of me because I don't know which way it's going to come out. So I'm sitting there and all of a sudden, like, I feel it coming, but it won't come out. I feel it coming, but it won't come out. And like literally, I had to make it come out. And that was the only way that I got relief. And y'all, I was so loud. It was all over the floor. It was all over me. Like, I mean, it was a mess, okay? Like a hot, nasty mess, okay? And I just told y'all I don't like stuff like that. I just don't. I don't even like when I get sick, okay? Like, I just, especially even when it's somebody else, okay? Well, so here I am. I get in the bed afterwards. I wipe myself off. I clean up the bathroom. I put the trash out. Like, I'm like, ugh, this is so gross. Like, it's nasty, right? So I go get back in the bed. Still, my husband's asleep. He has no idea what's going on, right? So I try to go to sleep. I can't go to sleep. I cannot go to sleep. And I'm tossing and I'm turning and I'm like, man, like, why can't I rest? I just want to rest. And finally, like, the TV got to a point where, like if you're on Hulu or something like that, like it'll get to a point where it'll ask you, do you want to continue to watch this? And when it said that, I was like, okay, that's my cue. I'm not gonna, because I don't know how to work the Xbox, right? So that's my cue. That's the end of the series right there for the night. All right. Well, I'm sitting down and I'm tossing and turning, rolling over back and forth in the bed because I'm like, man, I really need to rest. And finally, I fall asleep. I get up this morning and still feeling a little stomach still kind of turning and stuff like that. Well, I had to go to the store because today is the day to undress his dressing from the surgery. And I'm like, okay, babe, I've been trying to avoid it all day, okay? And I'm like, okay, babe, so you want me to go to the store? I'm gonna go to the store. I'm gonna get the Band-Aids and the Neosporin. Well, I didn't say that. He said he wanted Neosporin to put on it. So I'm gonna get the Band-Aids, the dressing, the tape, the stuff to wrap it up, like all of that. So if you want to get in the shower, you get in the shower. I'll put a Band-Aid on it if it's, open or whatever. Well, y'all, I came back from the store. And when I came back from the store, I was still kind of taking my time with it because I didn't want to see it, y'all. I didn't want to see it. I just didn't. Well, I came upstairs, helped him in the shower, did everything I was supposed to do. And then I turned on a sermon. And when I turned on the sermon, I started listening to what the pastor was saying. And it was Pastor Michael Todd, I believe his name is. And I apologize if I mess up your name. I just happened to see something come across my Facebook and I started listening to it. I was like, oh, I can't hear this too clear. Somebody was recording it at the church he was at. And I just switched it to YouTube. I went and found him on YouTube and subscribed to the channel and I started listening. Both me and my husband were up here at the time and I just started cleaning out the closet because I needed to get the winter stuff out to put the summer stuff in and all of that, okay? So back to the story. I was just sitting there and I'm listening to what he's saying and I realized I could still hear God speaking to me. My stomach started turning again. And he said, sometimes you have to remove certain things out of you to be able to withstand what it is that you're going to have to take in. He said, I told you not to consume that last night for a reason. Because I was going to have to consume a whole lot of fear a whole lot of anxiety on today, a whole lot of just things that I've been running from for a very long time. He then reminded me that I asked him to send me a husband. I asked him to mold me to be a wife. And he said, how could I have given you such a great task and you not be equipped to handle it? He said, nothing that I do, you are not able to handle. Anything that I give you, you can handle. But you have to make room inside of you in order for you to be able to consume and be able to take in all of the things that you're going to have to carry in order to complete what I've called you to do. Y'all, I got so full. And even now, I still feel very emotional because when I changed the dressing on him, my stomach started turning. I started shaking. And he's sitting there looking at me and I'm looking at him and I'm like, you don't even have a clue. You think I got this all together and I don't. But only by the grace of God, the strength that he downloaded into me to be able to do that, to be able to help him, to be able to step up to the plate, to be the person that I asked him to become. I asked God to help me to be a better wife on my second round, okay? There are a lot of things I didn't know when I was married the first time. But I asked God to help me to be able to understand, what is it that a wife does? What do I need to be, or who do I need to be? And he said, the only thing you have to do is believe in me, trust me, have faith in me, that I will be able to do a good work in you, that you will be able to handle anything that comes your way, because the only thing you have to do is go to the problem, go to that fear, go to that anxiety. He said, now once you get there, because you made the steps to go, he was like, I'm going to take you through it. And when he takes you through something, he teaches you, he trains you, he molds you, he equips you, not only to be able to do it for you, but to be able to show others who he is and what his power, what you believing and having faith in him can do. Now, I know a lot of y'all may not have the same faith that I have, and that's okay. But at the end of the day, we all believe in something higher than us. So when I tell you that you must trust in him, you must have faith, you must believe that there are no mistakes, that everything that God gives to you, he gave it to you because you can handle it. Here I was thinking I couldn't handle it. I was sitting there, my stomach still hurts, okay? And as I was sitting there, I was like, God, why are you taking me back through? He said, I want you to feel it again. I want you to feel what it feels like again, so you know never to second guess what I tell you to do. Never to just believe and trust in your own understanding. The Bible says that we should not lean to our own understanding, but in all that we do, consult him first. Trust in him that he will order your steps, that he will direct you and guide you to where you need to be. And when I tell you that God has been so good to me, God has been so great to me, he has given me so much and fill me up with so much that I never thought that I could handle or that I could do. So just understand one thing on today. When he brings you to something, just know that no matter how hard it gets, no matter how you feel, no matter what the anxiety is, the stressor is, that depression, that abuse of any kind, if he brings you to it, know that is for his ultimate purpose. He's grooming you for something. He wants you to be prepared for what it is that he has for you. Now, y'all know the story of David and Goliath. He wasn't a part of that army. But David knew that he believed in what his father had for him. He believed in God. He had faith. His faith is what took down Goliath. When everybody else behind him didn't want to touch it, didn't want to go face it, one brave soul, David went up there with what he was equipped with. And he killed, he slayed, he took down that giant. Today, a giant was taken down in my life. I know what I can handle. I know that with God, all things are possible, but without him, I can't do anything without him. Nothing's possible. So please believe and understand that on today, trust him. Trust him with everything that you have inside of you. Lean not to your own understanding. Be brave. Be bold. You walk right up to that giant and you slay it. That's all I got for you all today. I just wanted to share that with y'all because a lot of people think that everything is all peaches and creams, and it's not. Bye, y'all.